Now, today we're going to do some testimonies. We're going to do a few things to just honor Pastor Jim and for the real work that he got started here. And first of all, one of our missionaries, if we'll bring the lights down a little bit, I think it'll be better. Brother Dean paid a hug. He told me he said, pronounce it like this, paid a hug. I said, okay, I'll try to remember that. So here's Brother Dean.
Greetings from Cape Town, South Africa. My name is Dean Padayhag. My wife is Sheba. We have 2 kids, Shedea and Shedesh. We are missionaries of Things to Come Mission and Gracepoint Church. We met Pastor Jim in 2014 when we visited Gracepoint Church. And that meeting opened up to a wonderful relationship we have with Pastor Jim, Carol, and the church. We are so saddened and shocked to hear that Pastor Jim passed away. You see, Pastor Jim is not only a ministry friend, but a father figure to us and a grandfather figure for Shedea and Shedesh. He is such a loving and caring person. Every time we meet or every time that he calls us, he would tell us how much he loves us and how much he appreciates our work, and promise us that he will be praying and continually giving to the ministry. And we are very grateful that through Pastor Jim, we have one of our faithful church partners, Gracepoint Church. Pastor Jim is so humble that despite a very established ministry and having a name in the grace movement, yet he is so humble to watch our videos on Grace TV and follows us on Facebook. And he follows our ministries and he knows exactly what is going on in our work. A few weeks ago, during my birthday, that's January 21, we received a call from him. And he just want to ask if we need something. And he told us that he has a gift for Shedea and Shedesh. He is just so wonderful and so warm-hearted person to talk to. And there was no hint, there was no indication that he's not feeling well. And you know, it's so sad now that he's gone, but yet he remains in our hearts. It's hard to imagine that when we go to the States in September, he's not there anymore. Before we ended our conversation on the 21st, he says that we must let him know when exactly we're going to the States, because he is going to give me an opportunity to preach at the church. And now he's gone. No Pastor Jim anymore that will invite us for a meal. No Pastor Jim that will tell us we are doing okay, that we are doing great. You have to understand that as missionaries, even though we have a thriving ministries and most of the time we have enough support, but it's lonely and sometimes discouraging in the field. And an encouragement from a friend and from a pastor, from a father figure, from a grandpa figure is so amazing that would change the world for us. But we are grateful for the opportunity to know him. We are grateful that we know and we meet such a wonderful man, a great example of preaching the gospel without compromise, sharing the grace message without compromise, and a great example that we can grow the ministry without compromising the gospel. We are so proud of him. And we told so many of our friends about his ministry, and We are so honored and blessed to know him and to partner with him in the ministry. To Carol and the family, we love you so much and thank you for sharing Pastor Jim to us. To Gracepoint Church, to the pastors there, friends, continue the ministry. Let's honor the legacy of Pastor Jim by continuing the work that he started. Let's serve the Lord to the best of who we are and to the best of what we can. We need to preach the gospel of the grace of God without compromise. People are dying without hope. And we have the gospel in our hands, and we have a moral and spiritual obligation to share this gospel to the lost. Let's continue seeking for the lost and save them through Jesus Christ and the gospel of grace. And those who are saved, let's continue to edify them and establish them in the faith. And to all the members of Gracepoint Church, continue. Keep looking up and keep pressing forward. We have the obligation of serving the Lord while waiting for Him. That's what Pastor Jim did, and he showed us the example. And the life of Pastor Jim is worth imitating. And I pray that we will be found faithful till the very end, just like Pastor Jim. And we hope to see you in our visit in the U.S. in September. Thank you for your continued partnership in our ministry, continued giving through the church to our family and ministry, and we work night and day to ensure that we are doing our part in the ministry. Special salute to Pastor Jim and to Gracepoint Church. God bless until we meet again.
Amen. That's good.